So I'm pleased to say I've been joined pre-match this afternoon with our friendly against Farnham Town by Luke Tuffs, first team manager. I wanted to just start by putting on record that we've been, not accused, is probably not the right word, but there's been some comments about the fact that we don't interview you post-match when we lose or have a bad result. So I just want to put on record to the fans, yes, it's not by our fans, by some other fans. So I just want to put on record that's not the case. The reason why we don't do that, or we haven't been able to do it, is because I've not been around much. And the reason why I've not been around is, as you know, my lad's now playing step 5, which means he's playing Saturdays and he's playing Tuesdays. Thank you. In fact, I'm going to do this interview, then I'm off to go and watch him this afternoon at 3 o'clock. So that's the reason why we haven't managed to catch up with you. But luckily now we've got Diamond Geezer Dave. I mean, what an introduction!
What a bloke! Couldn't believe it.
He's
whirlwind.
He is unbelievable, and he's currently an internet sensation as well. I'll talk to you about that afterwards. But anyway, so that's the apology to the fans. That's the reason why we haven't been able to catch up with you. So I just want to just ask you a few questions, really. So now we've got Steve Salis on board, and we've got Perry as well. What are they adding to the dynamics of the management team here at Everett?
So much. Look, me and Glash looked at it and we thought, you know what, we need to strengthen ourselves and fill in our blind spots, so to speak. And we thought, look, Perry, he's got so much experience at this level of the game. We thought we need someone that can take all our warm-ups for us and can help us take training sessions. At the moment, there's a lot of pressure on me and Glash to take all the sessions, every minute of every session. And for example, there'll be times where we've got sessions on Tuesday night and there are other games on, and me and Glash want to go and watch them. And we need someone that we know will put on a good session and we can trust that we can go away and do our work and can look after the ship. We also need someone that, so for example, on Thursdays we've got a full turnout. Look, some of the boys in different positions in the field, there's different things that they need, and we need to be able to break it up. And again, know we've got a coaching staff that are able to take core of the group or parts of the group away and it affects it positively. As for Salis, look, what a bright man, and he had so much value. One of the most intelligent men I've ever met, and he just sees the big picture and absolutely everything. And he's very good at keeping us grounded and just seeing the thing that's literally just staring in your face, that sometimes you can go around the houses and look, you find, and he just spots it. Fantastic with the boys, and again helping us with our identity. And look, yeah, he does a great job for me and Glash.
Brilliant. Just what we need, really, isn't it?
Fantastic.
Yeah. And it does give you that sort of chance to go and watch other games, see what's happening, perhaps talk to players as well, and not worry about the coaching sessions, which is fantastic.
Yeah, of cour's.
Speaking of players, we've got a few injuries at the moment. Can we get an update on Max Worsfold?
Look, so Max, God bless him, yeah, he's been through the wars a bit. He's had his scan, he's waiting for results. It was supposed to have been on Monday, but with the Queen's funeral, it's been put back, so we're waiting on a date for that. As a club, we're going to look to have a race night in the very near future. Obviously, for Max, Max had done us an absolute solid being at this club, and for whatever he agreed, it was very, very good of him. And he's shown real loyalty being at this club this year rather than going elsewhere, which he could easily have done. And I think we need to repay that. So we need to have a race night. Obviously, he's not been able to work for quite a while. He was out of work. And we've had to have gone into his savings and things like that to survive, which obviously is not what we want from someone that's put so much time and effort into the club and has got injured on our watch, so to speak. So as a club, look, we'll have a race night and we're going to do our best to look after that.
Okay, if I can help with that, just let me know. If you want to put on a disco night as well, I'm more than happy to do that for free for the club.
Yeah, that's
to
very
help
kind,
him and raise some money for him, because he's a good lad, isn't he?
Top bloke.
And they need our help, don't they, at times like this? So that's what it's all about. What about other players, other injuries that we might have?
Yeah, so look, well, we've had Duffy out, obviously injured for the last. We brought Duffy in. He got injured within 25 minutes. We knew what an important part Duffy was going to be, and we actually sent him out on loan for a month to get fit because he'd been away for a year. Okay. And he got through that month fine. We got him up to speed. We thought we'd done everything right, and he come back in 20 minutes. His hamstring went. So he's been out for the last month. He started his first game on Tuesday night for us, which was absolutely great news. Brilliant. And yeah, going the right way. Padgett obviously broke his toe. Not even at football, the silly side. I think he's a furniture removal man. He dropped a wardrobe or something on it, and he's put himself out for a month. But he's a couple of weeks away. But he's he's heading in the right direction as well. So yeah, we've been through the wars a little bit, but they're on the right way now. So
good. So we hopefully get them back soon.
Yeah, look, well, Duffy, we're managing him again today. Look, we're only going to give him a smaller amount of time today. He will not be playing. Certainly will not be playing over 45 minutes. If that, we'll judge whether it's going to be 20, 30 or 45 he does. But look, we have to manage these players carefully. It's a marathon, not a sprint, and the worst thing we can do with assets is push them too hard too early and get them injured.
I agree. What about player departures? We have had a few player departures. Some of those players were with us last season and did quite well.
Fantastic for us, and it's a real shame. And how's your luck? So obviously, we've lost our captain in Aaron, and obviously we lost Mitchell Goff, who's a massive part of us. And again, for people forget, this is part-time level football, and people have stuff that goes on outside of football. And I think with work and stuff like that, they were unable to do quite what they want. I think Aaron's now, and Aaron will very quickly step back up, but currently I think he's playing step 5 with his mates. And I know that he's got the ability and the quality, and what a great guy he is, hence he was our captain. He'll end up captaining a step 3 side again at some point when his life allows that to happen, and that will be in his own time. And the same with Goffey. Goffey's got so much on, again, not able to commit or play like he knows that he can. And so for that, he's taking a step back. But the doors will be open to Goffey again in the future. There will be a time in the near future that he will end up playing a very good level, a step 3 football game, because I say it very publicly, I think he's the best centre half, or one of the best centre halves at step 3. And obviously we've all got stuff that goes on away from the pitch and stuff like that as well, and work and that impacts you. So he'll be back with a vengeance.
Oh, that's fair enough. So one of the questions I wanted to ask really is there was quite a bit of expectation around us as a club when we dropped down, and I think there's a lot of people that would have thought that perhaps we'd be in a better position than where we are currently in the league. Has this division surprised you?
No. The standard of the division, we knew it was going to be a really good division. The gap, the bottom 8 at step 3 is the same as the top 8 at step 4. There's no difference. And remember, when we took over, effectively we were a step 5 team playing in step 3, and we've, as a management team, as a group, as a support base, we've managed to turn it around, and we've managed to really kick on. We are. I think if you look at it, we didn't actually know what league we were going to be in until, think of the 10th or 12th of June, pre-season starting 5 days later. So you can't really go full on with players. I think even some of the players that we released were on the assumption we were in step 3, and then they left when they found out that we weren't. So effectively we were a month behind everyone else anyway. And then you go into pre-season and you're getting what players you can get to then play step 4, when there's a chance we're in the Southern League, chance we're initially in Premier or whatever. And then as a group, you've just seen it there, like Max has got injured, obviously, God bless Mitch and Aaron have moved on and whatnot. And we've not really had a lot of luck. So, but that's why it's a marathon, not a sprint. And I think, as we said when we come in, it was, I think you were there at my interview, and we said, look, it's going to be 2 to 3 years to get up. That's absolutely, obviously the reason you go to say, look, it's going to be 2 to 3 years to get up. Yeah. It's because obviously the first year, you're going to go through back.
It was called a project.
It was called a project. Yeah. It was called a project. I think it was you that even said that, actually, at the interview. And the reason you have a project is no one's going to do it in one. Even Bracknell, we'll look at their quality and their resources, and an unbelievable manager. 3 years. It's
And I think what you said about the players, okay, at the start of the season, not knowing where we were going to play, and you're right, because if we'd have dropped into that Southern Division, the travelling would have been absolutely phenomenal. And some of these boys that are out here today, bearing in mind where they currently live, they wouldn't have wanted to travel down to places like Winchester and right on that.
Wouldn't have been able to. So that was the thing. So we were after. There were some players that we knew that we could get whatever league we were in. There's a few of them like the Tuffs, who was based somewhat in the middle, and we managed to get anyway. But there were a lot of the boys that we simply just couldn't get unless we knew 100% where we were, and they committed elsewhere. So we probably lost out on 4 or 5 key players, and then we're chasing our tails.
So Dave interviewed you after the game on Tuesday.
What a bloke.
Yeah.
What a bloke.
He needs an outfit. He definitely needs an outfit, a cape and an outfit, I think. What I want to talk to you about is actually the game before. So the Guernsey game, I couldn't make it. Long journey for the players. A lot of them probably a first time ever to Guernsey. It was a bit of an early start for the team, wasn't it?
Stephen Duff, what a human being, got a minibus from his school, trekking us down the M3, picking people up down the M3 at 4:30 in the morning, 5 in the morning to get us to the airport. So it was a very early start. I think we had a panic up with one of the boys, didn't wake up, and had to ring the doorbell, and we're guessing, is it the right house, is it not? Managed to get him bleary-eyed out of bed. we got them all there, turned up. Yeah, we got them all there, which was the first success of the day.
And I read the report in one of the Guernsey papers to say that their reporter actually said that Guernsey were hanging on and held on to a 1-1 at the end of the game. Was that your sort of take on the game as well?
Yeah, first half, like I said, possibly with playing and whatnot, we took a little while to get into it, the first 20-30, and actually, you know what, Luke's made a really good save to stop them going 1-0 up. Great save by Luke. And I think, arguably, we shaded a lot of the possession, but actually they shaded the chance, which was one thing. But in the second half, yeah, we were dominant and disappointed not to get 3 points. But it's one of them things. One will go in off one of their arses, and then we'll go and get 3 4s and 5s. But we just need that one.
Well, a few games like that, haven't we? Where we've hit the post, hit the bar, and had the majority of chances, but just not converting.
And it happens, but that's football.
Yeah.
That's football, isn't it? And that's where you
absolutely.
keep your heads and say, actually, you're not far away. It's not going to.
So I want to touch on the budget with you, because again, there's a lot of people outside the club that think we've got this fantastic budget, and of course we did miss out on Raheem Sterling, who chose Chelsea over us.
He did. That was a real loss for us.
And I know you tried to get him, and we couldn't quite stretch that far. But talk to me about the budget.
It's good. It's like I said, for where I've come from other clubs, it's the most I've ever had, but by a substantial amount. It's not as much, I think. Look, we've got the same as 5, 6, 7 other teams in this league. I think everyone thinks we've got bundles, but we've got more than enough to be very competitive. I think the difference between us and a lot of the other teams is they've been together for 3, 4, 5 years. We've been together for 3, 4, 5 weeks. But resources-wise, look, it's not what other people think, obviously. I think even Mick said that a few times. And Mick, God bless him over there, he won't give me too much change, will he? Yeah, there he is.
Yeah.
Hello, Mick.
Well, you won't get his change out of
you
Matt,
won't. So for him to say that, I think that says a lot. So, but we are, look, we're competitive, which is what we need to be. We are top 6, 7, 8, bottom 6, 7, 8, step 3. But that's where we were when we found out and where we were. And that's more than enough for us.
Yeah. Okay, that's a fair answer. So we're taking on Farnham today, a little friendly. I've watched them actually because
very good. Good friends.
They are good actually. Cobham played them first game of the season. So, what are you expecting for them today?
They'll be young. They'll be hungry. They'll be hard-working. They'll look to play a bit. And look, they've got 2 weeks without a competitive game, so they'll be taking this seriously. As will we. We'll make a few changes, so they will. But what this is a fantastic learning opportunity for both sides, and that's the thing. You've got to be learning something everywhere. It's training, whether it's a game. There's always got to be something that said, actually, we've improved here. This is what we learned and wanted to get out of it. This is what we have, and that'll be the same today.
And have we got any new perhaps players coming in or possibly coming that are going to be on show today?
Yeah, look, I think we've seen him over the last few weeks. I think Mitch Parker's come in, he's done really well. Obviously, he's not been playing really this season. So, again, he's a close friend of mine from his Hartley days, and he wanted some minutes. And he's come in, and actually, do you know what? What a fantastic player he is. What a great human, he's a great lad, and he's done really well for us. Obviously, we've got Jake Hills in from Wingate and Finchley. Look, well, Jake's what we're about building a project here. He's a local boy. He lives down the road. He's 23, 24 years old, so he's a young lad with all his life in front of him. That's the sort of people we want at this football club, right? And he's come in, he's done a great job. And there's 3 or 4 others. We've obviously got Scott Day in from Chertsey, which is really good. Chertsey, you've part of company with him, and he's come in, and again, great human being, great lad, very intelligent, big, strong, powerful, and will give us a dimension we don't have, because we've been quite small in the middle. I think we'd all agree with that, and he'll add a lot of value to us there. And then we have got a few others that we're looking at as well, that we're looking to sign, that we'll look to add. But after that, then it's time for some consistency. I think as a management group, look, I know as a manager, what am I, 6th manager in a year here, and obviously with that, there's been a massive turnover over the last 12 months, and
I think we nearly pushed 90 registered players last season.
Yeah, and from what I think it might have been you that said, actually, over the last 3, 4 years, it's been pretty similar, with a massive turnover of players even before that. And I think one of the things the fans want at a club like this, and I know Mr. Chairman certainly wants over there, have a cheeky little smile on his face in the distance over there, is we want some consistency, and we want to have local players that the supporters can relate to, and that they're seeing in their week in, week out fighting for their club and for their team, and for our club and our team. And that's something that we'll strive towards. As I said, look, we've always happened. We all have been almost in somewhat of a second pre-season. That happens. It happens to all clubs at this level of football at some point or other. But I think we're at the back end of that, and I think we start seeing it settle down now.
Good. Tuesday night, you're looking for a friendly. Have you managed to tie one down yet?
No, we haven't. We are looking for a friendly. Hopefully we're looking for one away from home. I think Epsom are here, so we won't be able to do one here.
Okay.
But ideally, step 3, 4 or 5, we're looking to go and bring a team out, and that would be great help.
Right, okay. Well, we'll keep the pounds posted once we know if that friendly is going to happen and where it's going to be. Okay, last thing, any messages for the fans?
No, look, amazing, absolutely amazing fan base. Buzzing to have you. Very, very lucky, and thank you for being so supportive, even in these times and things like that. Like I said, massive project, but the reason we turned it around last year as a group and we succeeded was simply because of you. If you remember, 6, 7 weeks in, so it took a while to get together. I remember that Merstham game, we lost 3-2, and people were like thinking that's probably us down at that point. And next day, everyone's there. Next day, everyone's there in full force, singing songs for 90 minutes, and we turned it round and we won whatever we won after that and went on that run. That's for the fans. So.
Yeah, and going back to budget, just very quickly, there's a direct correlation between the fans and the budget. The more people come through the gate, the more we can sustain the budget that we've got, obviously, and that's why it's important that we rely on that support. And that's why I know you're massively grateful for the fans that come through the gate and really appreciate it.
Mate, it was one of the reasons they're here. It's one of the reasons they're here, mate, is to play in front of the people they get to play in front of.
Brilliant. Luke, I'm going to let you go because I know you're preparing for the match. Thanks very much. You take care, mate.
Take care.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.